weekend. One of football's biggest voices from a player perspective, one of the most influential players in the game. He's the two-time premiership player and captain Trent Cotchin. He joins us via Skype, from his home tonight, post that now famous phone hookup. Welcome to you, Trent. How do you feel and how are the players feeling about playing this weekend?
I feel healthy, so that's a good start given what's going on in the world at the moment. I think as it stands right now, the players feel as though they're prepared and ready to play this weekend. Now, in saying that, I think there's a lot of depth to the conversations that are being had and a lot of people involved with far more knowledge, understanding of the way it impacts health-wise, financial-wise. There's so many different ways and means that you can look at everything that's unfolding at the moment.
Trent, are you comfortable personally with playing? You're like everyone and a lot of the players, you have grandparents and parents and a young family. How do you personally feel?
Yeah, the advice we're receiving is that, unless you genuinely bunker down and sit at home, playing is no more at risk than walking down the street or potentially picking up something at the supermarket if you do happen to go shopping and so forth. So I can completely understand it from a health point of view and the risk that we put others at. And that's, I think, effectively, me personally, but also our footy club. Our focus is on community and ensuring that we do our absolute best to create a really healthy environment at our footy club, but also by doing that, helping protect the community as well.
Trent, there's still 72 hours before you take on the Blues at the MCG on Thursday night. Do you still think there's a possibility that the game won't go ahead?
I think there's a lot of uncertainty about how the season looks in its entirety at this stage. But I know that there's a power of work being done behind the scenes. Endless amounts of meetings, conversations from people that are in far more powerful positions than I am and have a lot more brains and sense than I do as well. So I'm sure that we'll come to a conclusion that is best for everyone. And essentially that needs to happen sooner rather than later, obviously.
Trent, how was the prospect of the players taking a pay cut received?
Oh, it's challenging. I mean, in any industry, whether it's footy or any form of business, even small businesses, everyone's being impacted at the moment. So, you plan your life around knowing what's supposed to be coming in each week or month. And, there's still lots of ongoing conversations around that.
Would the premiership feel the same with a 17-week season or a distorted final series?
Well, I think every club's going through exactly the same challenges. So, we'll talk about the integrity and so forth as all these sort of things progress. But the reality is that each club, one, will make a decision and two, need to adjust to the circumstances that they're put under. Each will be a different case and if a player contracts it, then that'll be a challenge as well. But, I love the game. I think it provides everyone a great opportunity. If it's deemed okay and healthy enough to play, then I think the players will put their hand up.
The thing that hasn't happened yet that will unfortunately inevitably happen is a player or someone close to a player will get the coronavirus in the weeks ahead. That's the area that's still the grey area for me. We're all acting on waiting for that to happen. Gil flagged that he would shut the round down if that happened. Do you have a philosophical view, given you're a proud family man, a father, as to what you think should happen when a player in a round eventually and inevitably contracts the coronavirus? Should it be the end of the round? Should it be the season off? What's your view on that situation?
I don't know exactly how it looks from a decision point of view, but I think we owe not just our families and extended families, one, the respect, but also a peace of mind with regards to the safety. So, obviously there'd be a lot of conversations had about what it looks like from there. But, what it looks like, I'm not sure. I haven't really progressed that far. I think something that I like to think we do pretty well is focus on more so the things that we can control, not so much the things we can't.
And you mentioned there's a lot of swirling elements to this, and health is at everyone's key priority, but the health elements versus the commercial realities you touched on a little bit earlier in the interview. Do you think we would be playing this weekend if there were no commercial consequences of not playing?
Not necessarily. I think from a club point of view and a playing point of view, for us, it's more about just, if it's deemed safe enough to play this weekend, we're all for it. And that was some of the conversations we had as a playing group. Can that change? Will that change? It may. It's a bit of the unknown, and I think that's why it's been such a challenging thing for, everyone involved, including the media. You report one thing, and then within half an hour, that can change. And the reality of the whole situation is that no one's really ever been through something like this. So we're effectively learning together, we're leading together, and I would like to think that the best decision will be made once all the information's accounted for and discussed and decided upon.
Thank you so much for your time in the circumstances. We're thinking of you and your teammates, and we wish you luck on Thursday night.
Thanks, guys. All the best.
Trent Cotchin, superstar player and person, joining us on Footy Classified.